what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the Hot Toys Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader 6 scale figure. Now this is the 40th anniversary version of this figure, which they already have released, but they decided to make like an updated version, which is basically like just the packaging of the figure. It has like that old Kenner style tribute, which reflects like the toy or something like in the past. So I think that's kind of cool. I wasn't too big on that design of the box, the way it looks, and I know like the fans from the past, they are definitely excited about having it. But I'm glad that Hot Toys did keep this main box that they have for it, I think that's pretty cool. I think this was kind of changed too as well. But yeah, I'm definitely excited about having this because I have never had like a Darth Vader figure like on this level, so this is definitely an exciting thing for me. Now this is based on his appearance in the Empire Strikes Back, which I have right here on DVD. And this is my favorite Star Wars film of all time, too. Because that's episode 5, of the Star Wars film series. And as usual, I do have like the whole film series right here on Blu-ray with the first 6 films. But I have all the Star Wars films on video except like the 2 Ewok films. I don't have that. I'm going to get into this right now. This right here is the box that contains the Hot Toys Darth Vader figure. That's a cool image of him on the front. It says Star Wars. It also says Darth Vader, product code MMS572. And you can see right there that this is the 40th anniversary version of this figure too. Product code for Darth Vader. Cool image on the front. I think they did change the imaging too though for this packaging. Now his box, it also slides off like this, so that's how it actually looks. And see, you can see it has like the old style, like I think Kenner, right? That company, that did these like in the past, they're giving a tribute to that company. Because at first I wasn't too big on this style of packaging, but I know like a lot of the fans are obsessed with it. They would love to have their Vader figures like in these kind of box packagings, which represent figures from the past. So you can see Vader right there on the side of it, and it does say the Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary. It also has that on the side too, like that reddish like logo, and an image of Vader too, right there. It also has an image of like it's a removable helmet right there too, to talk about the features of the figure and so on. So it has a scripture too, which I will read. And of course there's also like an image of him in the back with like Boba Fett and some stormtroopers. But the scripture right here, I'm going to read what it says right here. It says, Darth Vader, once a heroic Jedi Knight, Darth Vader was seduced by the dark side of the Force, became a Sith Lord and led the Empire's eradication of the Jedi Order. He remained in service of the Emperor, the evil Darth Sidious, for decades, enforcing his master's will and seeking to crush the fledgling Rebel Alliance. That's like a scripture of Darth Vader. Now also right here, you can actually take this flap. There's like a flap right here, you can open it up. And I think that's cool, you can select the actual figure on this side, just to give it an example. As you can see, you can select the accessories and so on. But I think that's kind of cool, like this window flap that they have for it. Yeah, that's awesome. And I think to get it out more, I think I should have to slide this off, so I'm going to see. As usual, Hot Toys gives you like the instruction manual for like your figures right here. So I'm going to check it. I know he has like some certain things that I know I'm about to read up on. Oh yeah, I do remember seeing this too, like the actual instruction manual, it folds out into like an actual poster of Darth Vader right here, that you can see. So I think that's kind of cool. It says the Star Wars saga continues. This is one of the films that, the posters are around when the Empire Strikes Back was about to be released, I think. Of course, you can select the instructions for like the figure and so on, which are very helpful. So I know I'm going to keep this kind of close so I can know what I'm doing. As you can see right here, they have Darth Vader hands, like packaging here. I'll touch on those like later. But here's the actual figure. Let's see if I can take it on now. See, he has lots of plastic on him. I am excited about having this too. Oh, I notice it feels heavy too. Let's see. So this is the Darth Vader figure, and as usual, he has tons of plastic on him. So I'm gonna take the one off his helmet. So there's one. Then I know he has some like on his feet too. And that's gonna be part of that. Oh, it came off pretty easily. So he has some on his feet, cause usually that'd be the difficult one. And he has some like on his arms. And his armor. I'm just taking all these off. I think they come off pretty easily too. Usually these be like troublesome. There's even some around his belt right here too. Like I might actually cut this one off. Vader also has some kind of like cotton stuff around his feet. Kind of you can remove like these leg braces. And there's like the cotton material right there. It's like on both legs. Cause this has like Velcro on it. Then you just attach it back. Then there's one over here. Okay, you just attach it back. I must admit already I'm very impressed with this Darth Vader figure. Now this would probably be my favorite of the Star Wars figures, so like Hot Toys or Sideshow Collectibles by a long shot. So I'm going to measure Vader. And he's almost like 14 inches. He's like over 13 inches though in height. So I talk about his like articulation and likeness too as well. Now already the detail in this is just superb. This really is an awesome figure. I like how Vader's like helmet like reflects. He has like that glossy like shiny look to him. That's just beautiful. Vader's cape is very long too, as you can see it even stretch this far. So it's very like wide. And it's like it's a cloth material, you know, it looks beautiful. I like how it feels too. He also has around like this the leg area too, like this area where you can kind of open up and see like his legs like underneath, as you can see. And here's like his arms. Now I heard about like this leather material. I heard it can actually like tear up eventually from what I'm hearing. So I'm not too sure how true that is. I know this Vader figure also has like a LED light feature in it too, where some of these like buttons and stuff can like light up. So I'll touch on that too. Now of course Vader's helmet can be removed too as well. And I'm going to show that, get out of this up. It comes off pretty easily too. And there it is. But that's how he actually looks, like with the helmet on something. That's kind of cool. You can see like his battle damage too, like on the back of his head, where you can see Anakin's head, the scars and stuff. I think it's pretty cool on that. I noticed this looks like the best way to turn Vader's head too. If you want to turn his head, God knows like the helmet does like come off. So if you want to turn it like left and right, that's how you do it. And he does like look up too. You can look up, but it's like you can't really look down that much. You also can set the chain around Vader's like neck too as well. So I think that's kind of cool. So now what I'm gonna do is actually put the helmet back on him. Let me see if I can because it doesn't like it snap on or anything. Just it's like some kind of like press there. You can tell something there. You know, it does like press on, but it doesn't really like lock. Now his arms, they can go up like this to the side. Now, of course, you know, he's kind of limited. So you won't be able to make all them like wild movements, you know. He does have a bend at the elbow. And like I said, I know about the gloves. Like, I mean, about the leather they're saying that can kind of rip over time. So Vader does have like a bend at the elbows too, as you can see. He seems to be pretty loose though. Hands can like turn. And his split, it looks like he can split, but I don't want to do it too much, but he can kind of split though. And his legs, yeah, he does have like a bend like right here in his knee. You can see he can bend like the knee too as well, so he does have like a bend in the knee. You gotta be careful with that arm around his legs, cause it keeps coming off. I noticed this too, like the feet area, it's kind of like tight. It turns though, but he does seem to be kind of like limited, you know. But he has articulation in it. If anything, it's like this armor right here. It kind of messes him up, you know, if you don't have that right, you know, it keeps coming off. Oh wow, I'm very impressed with this. This is probably my favorite Star Wars based hot toy figure, you know, now now that I have gotten Darth Vader. Now what I want to do is talk about the actual environmental base that comes with the Darth Vader figure. And this was us in the previous version of the Hot Toys Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader, but this is still the same thing, but I'm just going to touch on it. So as you can see, this is like the main platform of it, which has like the stairs, because this is from the end sequence where Darth Vader is fighting Luke Skywalker. As you can see, that's like the staircase that will like go up, but you actually have to assemble all these pieces to actually make it, you know, like a full platform. They even have like a rail right here too as well that you have to put on it. And of course they also had this too right here, like the actual neck piece thing. They use neck piece, which has to go inside of this too. So I'm going to disassemble this right now. Another thing about this too, this has like a light up feature in it too as well. There's even like a switch right there for you to cut it on. So I'm going to just cut on and give an example of how it looks. As you can see, there's a light sight flashing. Now that is an awesome sight to see, though. I think that's cool. Another thing I think is cool about this, like the detail in those right there, from where Darth Vader had chopped those in half and he was trying to strike Luke. I think they did a pretty good job on that. And this feels like welded and like dirty looking, but the detail in that right there is just awesome. From where the lightsaber cut through that, I think that's cool. So now I'm just going to assemble this on together. So I guess what I can do first is take this piece right here. I'm not sure what this really was, but it goes right inside this slot right here on the platform. So I'm just take it, and it does push like right on in. So as you can see, it pushes on in. Then I think you would take this piece right here, and apparently it will hook on something too. Yeah, I think you said those the bar things right there, like 1 and 2. You can tell that this right here, it has like these like little slots right there that you actually slide this into, I believe. So let's see if I can do it. Yep, and it does. It goes on pretty good. Try and get it really down. We'll take this rail piece right here, and it has this part at the bottom right here, which will come off. So let's see if I can cut that. It was trying to protect the pegs, and you see how those peg holes on it. Then what you would do is, if you look right here at the staircase, there are like these like 3 holes right there. So this railing right here will actually peg into like those holes, as you can see. Last piece right there, the U thing, cause you know this will hold Vader up. And there's a slot for it right there. You just stick it right on in here. So let's see if it goes in easy. Voila, it does. So yeah, this is the actual platform base for Vader. Now I must admit, I'm still kind of against it being so like huge, because this would take up so much space, you know. But I still think it's kind of cool to have this, because this is based on a scene from the film, you know, a very awesome and climactic scene. So I think it is cool to have this. So then what you can do is just take Vader, because there's no question I wouldn't like let him stay by himself, you know, like just stand up on his own. I will put him on the stand, you know. That's how I usually do my figures. I put them like on their stands. And voila, he does like stand very well. That is awesome. Now as I continue on through the accessories that Darth Vader has, he has 7 alternate hands, so he has like a total of like 9 alternate hands. Here's like one of the hands right here, and I think these are nicely done. These really look good. There's like a palm hand. This is kind of like a force hand, because you can tell he's like pushing. I think that is awesome. Then he has like these 2 here, which like are left and right. I think they're kind of the same grips, but just one for left and right. Then he has this like grabbing hand too. It's like a force choke hand. Then he has this hand right here too. I think it's like another Force type hand. Then he has like a fist, which I think is cool. If you only knew the power of the dark side. Then he has like this pointing finger too as well, where he can point. Do not fail me. So I think that's cool. So he has a total of like 9 hands like in total. Now what I want to do is talk about Vader's lightsaber, as you can see right here. So here's his lightsaber. And this is cool. There's like the handle, nicely detailed. And of course, you know, you can pull these out right here if you want. And you can put in like the wave effect saber, like vroom, 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 vroom. I think they call it whoosh like effect saber too if you want. And there, as you can see, is Darth Vader with his lightsaber in his hand. So there's no question I would just spam him like this at times. Probably most of the time with it out, you know. Now I'm going to talk about some of the other features that come with the, I guess you could say accessories too. Now Darth Vader also has like the usual pegs, so like if you broke them or anything. Then Vader has like these 2 buttons that they give you too as well. They always give you like these buttons like for their belts. I want to talk about this feature right here, which is the light up arm, lightsaber arm. I don't ever really use these, but I always show you know how you do it, you know, so I'm going to give an example. So you have to put the batteries in. Hot Toys do include the batteries as usual for these, but it is troublesome actually putting this together, because then you have to take like the arm off and put it on, you know. But I'm going to give an example of it. Now I must admit, this really is a troublesome feature to do. It really is hard to get these batteries in here. Just getting the batteries in is hard, but once you do have them in, you just cut the light on, and there's like the actual LED light, as you can see. Sorry for blinding anyone. It's like the LED light feature. Let's see if I can get it kind of dark. You can't see it kind of bright. Now I want to show where you can actually hang the lightsaber hilt for Vader right here. I want to actually show where this can hang at. Because you can see that the little loop right there like hanging on it. Because I always do display my figures with these too. So there's like the little loop. If you take Vader and you look right here on the side of him, you can see like where you will hook it at right there. So you would take this and you just like slide it on. Let me see if I can get it on there. And it just hangs like that. I noticed here it actually hangs like that too. That's kind of interesting. Where it can actually cut on and cut them up. I didn't even notice that. The way it's hanging, it looks like it would have been hanging the other way unless I got it wrong. But yeah, that's where you actually hang the saber. Because there's no question I would just span them like that. Another thing I want to talk about with the Vader figure, this is probably the last thing. You see, he actually has like a lighter features. Like right there, it's like checks box. And the 2 ones, like the 2 boxes on the side, so have LED lights in them. So I'm going to put the batteries in those, which are included too. So I'm glad that they gave us the batteries, you know. Now to take Vader's buttons off, his boxes off to put the batteries in it. As you can see, there are like these hook things that just actually hook on his belt. So you gotta take both of those off. Then you can get to where you would put the batteries at. So see that right there? You actually just unhook it. It unhooks pretty easily too, and then it just comes on off. Then the batteries compartments is right there in the back, so this probably troublesome too. Okay, I managed to get the batteries into Darth Vader, and I must admit, that's the hardest time I have ever had with like putting like batteries like in a lit figure. I had like a lot of trouble getting the batteries like into Vader, you know, like his lights. I actually had to start recording the video and go get like the tools that I needed to actually put Vader's lights in. But right now I'm going to show his lights right quick. Cause if you take Vader right, like his chest plate one right there with the lights, the LED lights in his chest plate, you actually have to lift his back up, like the back of his I guess you could say cape. And you can see like the button right there for it, where the box for it. Then you just press it on. There's like an on and off switch. And there, as you can see, it's his lights. It's a really awesome feature too. Cause I like how they're not in order, like it goes 1, 2, 3. That's really an awesome feature. But putting the batteries in, boy, that was really hard doing that. Then also with the boxes, if you look right there, there's also like an on and off switch on these two. It's like right underneath. Let's see if I can get it. There's one. And there's the other one. So you see how those even look too. So that is how you look. But boy, I must admit, it was really hard getting those on Vader, like those batteries into them. To actually put them in, I really had a lot of trouble with that. But it's an awesome feature to have, once you actually have it in there right. If you put them in there correctly, it is like an awesome feature to own the figure yourself, Like I said, this is easily my favorite Star Wars figure from Hot Toys. Now I want to do some comparisons with the Hot Toys Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader figure. Right here I have his son, Luke Skywalker. So yeah, you can see like the difference in height between these two, and that is how they are like on the films too as well. Like you can see the height difference. Of course, David Prowse is much taller than Mark Hamill too. Anyway, but as you can see, there's like a size comparison. And this is awesome. And yeah, this is the Hot Toys Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker too as well. Okay, there's the Hot Toys Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back 40th Anniversary 6 scale Darth Vader figure, and this is product code MMS572. I'm definitely happy about finally getting this figure. Well, gotten this figure. This is easily my favorite Star Wars based figure from Hot Toys, so I would definitely recommend picking this on up, Now I must admit, the actual LED light features on the Darth Vader figure, they were really hard to actually put together. Like the batteries, putting them in, it was really troublesome. I actually couldn't finish the video. I had to actually wait till the next day and continue to finish the video because I had to go and get the tools that I needed to actually be able to get the batteries, out, or to put the batteries in the compartments. It was really troublesome. It's actually, from my opinion, more troublesome than doing the lightsaber arm. Looks like I had a little more trouble with doing those than I did the LED light lightsaber arms that comes with the Star Wars figures. But I think once you really learn how to do it, it seems like it's kind of simple. It's not too hard of a thing. Now this is based on Darth Vader and The Empire Strikes Back, which is my all-time favorite Star Wars film. And I did get to see this in the theater, during the special edition when they had re-released it for the special edition when they celebrated the 20th anniversary of A New Hope. That's when I actually got to see that in the theater a couple times. Even here recently, they had it playing in the theaters, celebrating the 40th anniversary. I went and saw it a couple times. Yeah, this is my review for the Hot Toys Star Wars Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary 6 scale Darth Vader figure. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well. So be it, Jedi.